So I'm headed down here to the beaver traps to pull them. I'm also gonna check them, see if I got anything. But I'm coming down here mostly to pull the traps. I don't know, I filmed a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know what's gonna end up being a video and what I'm not. You know, what stuff I'm just like not gonna make into a video, but basically I'll be gone for just a little bit, so I'm not gonna be able to trap. I don't want my beaver traps just left out here, so. But I don't know if this will, as I was videoing some stuff on like me setting off some of my coyote traps, and that's why there hasn't been a video for a little bit, just because I haven't been trapping. And then don't know if it'll be like I was gonna say, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Lost the bank for a second. I don't know what the videos, how they're gonna come out, whether it'll be 2 videos or just 1 video. So basically, I set off most of my traps here to pull my beaver traps. I'll be gone for a little bit. When I come back, then I'm gonna resume on my trapping, and I got some DPs ordered, so hopefully get after that, get after those coons a little more, since those seem to be what I got the most of lately. Kind of over here at the river, not much has changed. These slides, hard to say if they're being used or not. This is actually the first warm day in a little bit. It's been like way cold lately, like way cold. This beaver trap here is not set off, but you can see some of the ice actually from it being cold. What I don't know if it's set off or not is this conibear. And I'll have to see when I pull it up. I don't think, I can tell. The conibear, I think, just had like crap float into it, and that's what set it off. I don't think I got anything, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's basically what's going on. I videoed also me just doing some trap stuff. I had to modify a couple traps. Just make them legal, or I'll kind of explain that in those clips. But just working on some traps, doing some modification and stuff, and yeah. But since that's the reason, it's because I haven't been trapping. You know, I've been busy, so that's why there's been a pause in the videos. I don't know if y'all can see this. I actually want to go check this out. So right over here, I don't even see that. No, you can't. This is a stinging GoPro. You can't see squat. Right over here, there seems to be like a little food bed for beaver. Actually, hold on a second. Okay. All right, so I just went ahead and pulled this up real quick. You can see right there. There's the conibear, not set off. So I think we just had a current, you know, right here. Water's flowing around. I think beavers would come through here, but I just think that since there was a current, you know, the current's kind of knocked it over. Here's the question though. That looks shallow. Let's pray it is. All right. Sweet. It is in fact pretty shallow right here. Awesome. so there's not a lot of beaver sign actually. Or I mean, there's plenty of beaver sign, but not like fresh. I don't know, you look at this here though and you think, that's a beaver feed pile, but actually, I don't know, that looks kind of old sign. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, speak of the devil, right there, right there. So you can't tell, but there's a castor mound right here. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna show you that because that's pretty neat. I bet, dude. I don't think anyone's trapping over here. That has to be a beaver. But the beaver set it up. So okay, so there's still beaver here. The beaver set it up just like how I have my castor mound where I have my beaver trap. He set it up just the same. That's why it makes me think that someone else is trapping here or something. Well, I just scared the daylights out of me. Dirt fell down from right there. I don't know if something was. I don't know if something was over there or what. Huh. Well, that's weird. Let me show you this castor mound. Alright, so here's mine that I made. And you can see you got the fencing right here, castor mound, trap, which the trap super obvious now. That could be part of the reason why I haven't caught anything. Maybe they're trap smart now. I mean, I don't know if I would step there. You know, none of this seems to be, the slide doesn't really seem to be used. None of this looks like it was used terribly recently. But this over here this is a fresh castor mound. So I wonder if the beavers have moved up. I wonder if my castor mound scared them off and they moved down here. I don't know. But I'll show you this castor mound. This is crazy. Look, so he's got all these sticks around here. Then he put his mound right here. Huh. Yeah, I can still kind of smell the castor. And you know, there's like a mound kind of there. Actually, wait, look. Is that what all this is too? I mean, you say that now, I smell castor, but this. Alright, I'm kind of confused now. Because you see this and you think this is just trash. But then when you see how that castor mound there is made. Is this like challenging mine? And then there's this here. Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't trapped I'm not an old enough and wise enough trapper to know. But this is like mud right here. That's like mud in a ball. You know what I mean? Like that's a mound right there. That's a mound. Yeah, and there's like digging marks here. There's a mound, and it's, yeah. So this is a mound. That's mounded. Okay. Actually, This is wet. That's still wet. This like here's dry. That's dry, but this here's wet. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Those are mounds. Because if the river were to come in here and, you know, dump trash kind of on the bank, like all those leaves, it wouldn't make it in like little mounds. But you know, there's fresh trees, and there's that mound. Got that mound. So the beaver are over here. But like, maybe you can tell from, you see how deep it is? It's like not even past the boots of my waders. It's not deep here. So unless I find some neat way to use a conibear here, like, I mean, you know, like maybe I could maybe drown a beaver here, but flip. Oh man, it's just real quick, Sandy. Just trying to swallow you, so I don't. It's actually super sketch. I was just standing there for a couple seconds and I started sinking into the mud. But yeah, that's the craziest thing. I've never seen, like I saw that one caster mound, but I guess he's been making like several in defiance of mine. Well, there's more beaver here at the river to trap. I'm so confused right now. I've never seen that. I'll have to ask somebody else to see if they've seen something like that. But it is so pretty right now. It's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would trap them here. I mean, that over there is where I have my, that's why I'm set up the way I am, because I couldn't drown them over here. I don't know. I think if I did anything, when I come back, I'm gonna have to put the trap, I think, where it's hidden more. I think the beavers can just see it and they're not going for it. I think they know my tricks as far as that goes, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, you see this little caster mound, this caster on a stick, and then all of a sudden 2 of your buddies disappear. Started putting 2 and 2 together. So I won't say I don't really blame them, but the caster mounds here is kind of, it's a little extreme. I don't know. Anyways, oh well, here's the slide right here. Actually, that gets way deep over there, but I might could set a trap there. And that's steep enough that if they decide to go over it, I don't know if they're stopping, you know what I mean? They're just trucking, so it's an option maybe. We'll see. But I'll get those traps pulled and then, oh. Ugh. I'm getting tired of these banks at this river. Like I say, we'll get the traps pulled, and then who knows what clips and little short videos and stuff I'll be showing. But hopefully I'll get a new videos going up pretty soon, so catch y'all later. That's right here. I got some traps boiling. I'm boiling them because I used them at another property and I want to get all that scent off of them. So I'm boiling those traps to get the scent off of them. because I used them at another property, and so, you know, they've caught coons and skunks and stuff, so all that scent's on them. So I want to boil them, get the scent off before I reuse them. I'm not going to re-dye them, so they'll still look rusty, and you know, they're not going to look super black. I dyed them at the beginning of the season, but I'm not going to re-dye them. But I will probably re-wax them. But so as far as when I'm trapping and I'm like redoing, or I pull traps and I'm going to set somewhere else, I'll boil them and re-wax them, but I don't mess with re-dyeing. I was going to go ahead and show you what I use for coon traps. So for coon traps, I use a Duke 1.5. And you see these pans used to be circles, but I cut them to this shape so that they'll lay like that and go all the way down. Because used to, whenever this trap would set off, that pan would kick up like that because it was just too big. So my fear with those traps was whenever they would step in that pan, that they would, you know, set the trap off, and then that pan, since those ears would kick the pan up, I was scared that it would push the animal's foot up out of the trap a little bit, so you would only catch maybe like a couple toes or something. So here I'm able to get deep catches since I modified this pan like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. A lot of your bridgers and stuff, their pan's already shaped like that, but something to keep in mind. And so used to on these, I had a modified, I had a piece of wire right in here, and I would keep these jaws apart a little bit so I'd have that gap so they'd be legal. But just recently I'm coming in here and you can kind of see it's not showing up that great on this camera, but I've been using this, just been using a grinder, and I've been making a gap in there so I don't have to deal with that little bit of wire, because that's super frustrating having to mess with that wire. But that, as far as coon trapping, that's what I use, is these Duke 1.5s. I hate Duke, I don't like them, but these traps are cheap, and for coons you don't need that much. So coons and stuff. So a lot of my water trapping, I use these Dukes. But if you're gonna buy some, I'd recommend buying bridgers. And then make sure when you buy them, if you're trapping in Oklahoma, just go ahead and get them with the offset already. They do have 1.5s. Knocking all kinds of crap over. Whatever. Make sure when you buy them that they are already offset, so you don't have to do any work on them. And those bridgers have better chain. They don't have this chain here. It's like a number 2 chain on the bridgers. And right now I'm just running these Hags brackets. You can do a lot of different stuff with them, but I'm probably gonna rig them up later. I'll keep different later. Maybe I want a longer chain for coon. I don't have a problem with these brackets, but I just want to do something different. But like I say, I've been just now starting to grind them down where I have a gap and not have to mess with wire to make sure they're legal. I think you have to have an 1/8 of an inch gap. Is as small as you can go. So got to finish modifying the rest of them. All right, I got that fire going a little better. The traps are boiled. I'm adding the wax now. So let that wax melt, and then I'll pull the traps out and hang them on that tree right there. But yeah, like I say, whenever I'm done with the trap and I pull it, I always get them all together and boil them again. Just try to kill some of that scent, because if you don't, they'll you'll have stuff dig up your traps a lot, and can't catch a coyote if he's digging up your trap. So give
Give them a quick boil. You don't have to add wax, but I had a bunch of extra wax from when I boiled them at the beginning of the season. I had a bunch of excess wax, so just figured I'd use that up. Okay, so these traps I'm running are, there you can see it, 550s, MB 550s. And they have this, the offset jaw, because here in Oklahoma you have to have a gap in them. So I believe it has to be at least, or no smaller than 1/8 of an inch gap in all of your traps. So when I do coyote and stuff, it's these 550s, and I got it's just stock. So that's the stock swivels, and then I add a super stake earth anchor. I think that's like 16 inches of earth anchor. And that's pretty much good for me. I mean, as far as coyotes and everything, those 2 swivels is really all you need. I mean, if you wanted a 3rd swivel, wouldn't hurt anything any, but I like a short chain up out of the ground, and then that 16-inch super stake earth anchors about my favorite way to go. And like I say, all of your traps, even all of your traps have to have a gap in them in Oklahoma anyways, or your footholds. And then your conibears need to be on private land and then fully submerged. And then, I mean, if you want to get into trapping, you need to have like a trapping license and fur taking license, I think. And so you can't just buy traps and go trapping, but some of the regulations are, you know, it's kind of what I'm showing you today, is just I don't know, kind of plain Jane boring gear. So, you know, like I got, so I guess I'll show you my pack basket because it's pretty sweet. Got some Who's Your Trapper stickers on there, but basically it's just a fiber tough pack basket. And then it has this, alright, doing this one-handed, it's kind of hard. There we go. This lure compartment, it's where I keep all my lures and stuff. You know, I just kind of miscellaneous lures and stuff. But stuff I like. A lot of the when I buy a lure, normally what I kind of decide if it's, you know, if I'm gonna buy it or not is basically if it just has a cool name or the lure itself looks cool. So that's kind of all. If you got a lure that has a cool name or it looks cool, I'm probably gonna buy it.